Hello everybody! Today I'm going to be comparing 4 brands of colored pencils that are oil-based or perform like an oil-based pencil. The 4 brands I'm comparing are Holbein, Faber-Castell Polychromos, Caran Pablo, and Derwent Pro Color. I'm going to put the 4 brands to the test, and whichever comes out on top I will create a drawing with. Let's begin! For the first test, I decided to create 4 spheres using yellow, orange, and red, and blending with white. I started with the Holbein colored pencils. The Holbein colored pencils blended nicely. The laydown was smooth, but not as smooth as the next pencil in the lineup, which is the Faber-Castell Polychromos. The laydown with these were ultra smooth, blended nicely, and they kept a point longer than a typical wax-based pencil. Next is the Caran Pablo, and they are just as smooth as the Polychromos. The last colored pencil brand is the Derwent Pro Color. The laydown was very similar to the last 2, but just a tad less smooth. I think the top performers so far are the Faber-Castell Polychromos and the Caran Pablo. For the next test, I decided to pair Holbein with Derwent and Faber-Castell with Caran to see which one was superior in each pairing. For the first tree, I went with Derwent as it was the smoothest. The second tree was a bit harder to make a decision, but I went with Faber-Castell as it was just a tad bit smoother. For the last test, I decided to compare Derwent with Faber-Castell to see which brand performed the best. I did run into an issue with trying to use matching colors, as the closest thing to purple in the 24 set of the Faber-Castell Polychromos is magenta, but I made it work. At first, I thought the colors would become muddy as the red was a bit on the orange side, but in the end it turned out okay. I should have either used a lighter blue, a different red, or blended with a white or colorless blender. I would have used pink, but there was no pink in the Faber-Castell set. The end result speaks for itself. The Polychromos are the most vibrant and the laydown is smoother, though the Derwents are not far behind in smoothness. Even though these pencils are similar, the Derwent Pro Color are actually wax-based, but perform like an oil-based pencil. The opposite is true for the Holbein color pencils, which are oil-based but feel similar to a wax-based pencil. Though the Polychromos was superior in these tests, any of these brands are excellent for finished works of art. However, I think it's time I address the elephant in the room.
What did you call me?
When selling works of art, lightfastness is something to consider. You want the work of art to not fade for a long time. Art created by pencils that are 100% lightfast will last up to 100 years in museum conditions. So what is the lightfastness of each of these brands, or rather, the percentage of the pencils from the complete set of each brand is considered lightfast? Well, when it comes to the highest lightfastness, which is considered excellent, Holbein has 48%, Faber-Castell Polychromos has 85%, Caran Pablo has 38%, and Derwent Pro Color has 40%. Not only are the Polychromos the smoothest and most vibrant, they also have the most pencils with the highest lightfastness rating. But if you don't want to waste your time sorting the lightfast from the not so lightfast pencils, you could just get these, which are 100% lightfast. Both are great pencils, with the luminance being a bit creamier.
Creamier? Does that mean they're edible?
No. Of course, price is a big consideration, especially if you're just starting out. Most of these brands are pretty pricey, so start with a small set. You can also buy open stock with most brands. Now into the drawing with the polychromos.
This only has 500 calories.
I decided to draw a supercell thunderstorm producing a tornado. The storm structure I based off of this ominous supercell I saw way back on July 17th, 2012. There's the completed image. I could have spent a little more time on it, but I didn't want to run out of space on my memory card. That's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed and got something out of it, and if you did, hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Alright, I'll see you in the next one.